Hey guys, Evil-Lyn here, back again with yet another overview, and as promised, we're going to be doing an overview of the Mattel Masters of the Universe Origins Wave 5. I've posted reviews of all of these figures over the course of the past couple of weeks. Kind of decided to spread it out a little bit this time as opposed to just doing a MOTU marathon, just because I got other things that kind of fit into the schedule and added a bit of variety to the channel. But if you're at all interested in seeing an individual review of any of the figures you see before you, I will leave links in the description below for you to check out at your own leisure. Well, that being said, these videos, again, because it's the first time I'm doing one of these with my new review format, that is. It's been a long time since I've done an overview, actually. What was the last one? Was it the Zemnu Wave? I believe it was. Marvel Legends, of course. But for those of you who don't know, the overview is a video I put up after reviewing a wave of figures in case someone doesn't exactly have the time of day to check out individual reviews of everything. So I tend to post about a 10-15 minute video talking about an entire wave, save them a little bit of time. I don't know, I think it's considerate, so that's why I do it. So today we're of course talking about MOTU Origins Wave 5 from the fine folks over at Mattel, who will be fine folks for this video because, as you might have heard in one of my earlier videos on this wave, I didn't have any QC issues with any of these guys, so there is that. You know, typical looseness in certain areas, but that's to be expected at this point. These are recycled body molds for the most part. Some of them have new parts, but for the most part they are recycled molds. And, you know, the molds are going to deteriorate and break down over time, and eventually they're going to have to replace them because that's just how producing action figures works, right? So for the time being, they will get a little bit loose here and there, but it's nothing we can't handle, right? There are plenty of tricks to fix those issues, so there you go. Unless it's Hordak or Roboto, then they can crack rocks. So, starting off with the first figure I looked at from this wave, we got Fisto, the mightiest fist in all of Eternia. You gotta have Fisto because everyone loves Fisto. I get it, but I don't get it. I mean, he's a cool character, but he really wasn't crap until 2000X, as far as I know anyways. He wasn't in Filmation a whole lot, he just kind of looked cool. Kind of like a pseudo Chuck Norris of the MOTU universe, unless you want to give that title to Mr. Rio Blast, who I'd like to see in this line at some point. But yeah, Fisto's cool. He's a nice addition. Reuses the Clamp Champ armor and the Triclops sword, which is kind of funny because in the vintage line, Fisto came way before Clamp Champ, I believe. Wave 3, if I'm not mistaken. Him and Clawful and Jitsu. I think that's the order. But either way, we are getting Clawful soon, and Jitsu, so he'll have some other big-armed characters to fight. And side note, I didn't mention this in the review because I didn't think of it at the time. Was his fist originally vac metal? No, right? I think it was just the kind of gray plastic there. And again, in case you want to do some part swapping, no, you can't take the fist off. You can probably, and I didn't try this, you could probably take the Mr. T Masters of WWE Eternia figure. You could take that Fisto fist and put it over this one and give him an even bigger one. But the color doesn't match. It's gold as opposed to silver like this guy. So there's some food for thought there. But yeah, Fisto's cool. I would pick him up if I were you. He's a new character. I haven't got him in the line before. Nice addition, and we are getting Stridor, so he'll have his mighty steed at some point in the near and distant future. But moving on from him, it's pretty much all repaints from there, because everything else in this wave is 100% retooled, except for a pair of legs, which we'll talk about in a minute, and a sword. Please excuse Thor having a temper tantrum outside. So, moving on from Fisto, we now have Farika. He was the second figure I looked at in this wave because he is technically a new character, but He is essentially just a He-Man repaint with some Skeletor armor thrown on top of him. I would have liked if they had thrown in the axe and shield in orange. I hope we get a weapons pack down the line. Maybe throw those in there. What else could they do? I guess Kaldor's dual swords and a trident for Mer-Man. And a fly swatter hand for Trapjaw would be nice to see in some kind of weapons pack. But no plans for that thus far anyways. We could get one in the future. I don't know. But Faker's a bit light on accessories. That's really my only gripe with that figure. Other than that, it's Faker. It does the job. Looks cool. And the sword is a full power sword as opposed to the half and half that we are used to getting with Skeletor and He-Man. And I think he always got He-Man's half, right? He didn't get Skeletor's. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe he always got the He-Man half. Again, to kind of play off the he's a fake He-Man kind of deal. But this time around, the full power sword, the handle is ever so slightly longer by like literally a few millimeters, and that allows the thumb to rest underneath a little circular disc piece that leads to the hilt, as opposed to before where the thumbs would always be crashing into that and forcing the sword to just kind of fall out of their hands. This guy, his thumb rests underneath that, so he's got a nice tight grip on that sword, and it ain't going anywhere. So that's cool. I'm curious if the variant He-Man and Skeletor with the vintage style heads and the full power swords has the same mold. I would think it would, because I think these guys came out just a tad before those, but I'm not sure. I don't have those variants yet. But when I do, I will most likely review them together, because they are just variants. There's not a whole lot new going on with them other than that. But yeah, Faker's a cool figure. He's got the Tampo on his chest, or the deco, decal, whatever you want to call it, painted on. It's not a sticker, so it's not going anywhere. And yeah, it's kind of the show stealer this wave for me. I wasn't expecting much, but I really like that figure, so there you go. Moving on from him, though, we have Mer-Man, who is my favorite figure in this wave. This is the Lords of Power Mer-Man. Okay, so he's got some different lower arms and boots, which I was not actually expecting. I thought he was just going to have the regular Mer-Man arms and legs, but with the extra yellow paint on there. No, he's got full-blown Aquaman gloves, and then he's got some coral detailing on his boots. And he also has some Superman underoos going on underneath that belt piece, which is a separate piece from his chest armor, much like the Lords of Power / mini-comic inspired Beastman we're getting in Wave 6, which is starting to ship now, according to good buddy of mine, T-Biz. So shout out to T-Biz. He should be getting Stinkor soon, who was actually a variant of Mer-Man. I don't know about the arms, but everything else pretty much was, with some Mechanic armor on it, right? And then he had the shield from the weapons pack, not mistaken. But this Mer-Man is my favorite Mer-Man. I love the spike collar piece. I love the belt. I love the boots and the gloves. He's just a lot more unique compared to the Mer-Man we already got. And while I do love that figure quite a bit, this one is the better of the two for me. I love the fish style head as opposed to the kind of oddball cat head that the old one had. Again, I don't know why they ever changed the prototype back in the day with this one or Beastman. The rest of them, okay, fine, but this guy and Beastman in particular, they look so much better in their LOP designs. I don't know why they went and changed it. But whatever, I guess. This guy is awesome, though. My favorite in the wave. And if you missed out on the previous Mer-Man, pick this one up. You won't be disappointed. And going from my favorite figure to my least favorite figure, we have the 2000X style Evil-Lyn. Now, I am a 2000X purist, right? My favorite thing to do with He-Man. It's my bread and butter when it comes to MOTU. This is not a 2000X Evil-Lyn. It's got, well, not even really the coloring. It's more or less an homage to the MOTU Classics Battleground Evil-Lyn, which is basically this. The 2000X Evil-Lyn had a bigger collar, had a longer staff, had a skirt piece around her waist, Give him the little kniff. Different style, but it's not the same. Okay, it's not even close. I get why they called it that, but it's not the same. The Keldor they did in this line is a really nice homage to 2000X. The Kronos from this line is a really nice homage to 2000X. This is just a cheap repaint to save money. Which is fine, you know. You gotta have that in every wave. Marvel Legends does it. Even McFarlane Toys does it once in a while. And, you know, NECA also repurposes a lot of their bucks in the Predator and Gremlins lines. So, you know, they gotta save some money where they can. And they did on this figure. However, to call it a 2000X Evil-Lyn, I'm gonna have to respectfully disagree with you there. It's the Battleground Evil-Lyn from Classics. It's just the Origins version that's not quite as expensive. That said, they did give this figure a couple new pieces, and that is the upper legs. They took the god-awful crotch gap out, which I forgot how ugly that thing looked until I compared these two figures side by side. And then the kneecap, which actually didn't bug me. That thigh gap thing bugs me more than the kneecap on the previous release of Evil-Lyn. Oh, that, and it looks like freaking Marge Simpson, and I can't take it seriously. But yeah, I would say of the two Evil-Lyns we have, this is the superior version. And apparently there is a variant with the 1.0. That's what I'm going to call it, using Mythic Legion's terminology, but I don't care. But she's using the 1.0 style legs, as opposed to these new ones here. So I'm not sure what's up with that. It's kind of weird. That kind of slipped out. I know some people in Malaysia have that, and even a few people in the States here have that. Not sure if that's an issue with the Green Goddess or not, or some kind of variant, but either way, this wave is not too shabby. I really dig this wave. I think it's one of the better waves to come out. We got Fisto, we got Faker, we got a Mer-Man that a lot of people couldn't get because, well, PowerCon exclusives. Why the heck was that thing so expensive anyways? That was like $250 when it came out, wasn't it? That's a bit high. Should have been like $150, but then again, what do I know? But yeah, we got some pretty good stuff in this wave. We got a fix for a mold that it needed fixing since its conception. We got a reissue of a figure a lot of people probably missed out on, especially if they're getting into this line this year. And then we got two characters we didn't already have, so yeah, pretty solid wave. Comparing it to the last wave, who's in that one? It's not better than the last wave. Wave 4 had Hordak, Ninjor, and Triclops, and while my Hordak was kind of stinky poo-poo, it's still Hordak. And then we also had Stratos, stupid blue wing version, but hopefully we'll get a red wing blue harness version eventually. Maybe in the 2000X wave, I don't know. Wave 3, I would say it's better than Wave 3, this wave. Wave 3 had Zodak, who I could care less about. I know a lot of people like him, but I just think he's kind of bland. She-Ra, who's cool, but not... I don't know, I think I like this Evil-Lyn a little bit more than that figure just because of the new legs. And then we had Roboto, who sucked because mine was a QC mess. And then Mer-Man, the original Mer-Man, which this Mer-Man is better than. So yeah, this wave is definitely better than Wave 4. Yeah, that was Wave 3. Wave 3. Then Wave 2, I don't know about Wave 2. When you got Trapjaw and Scareglow in the same wave, that's hard to beat, but then you have Orko. Who's like not, by any stretch of the imagination, my favorite MOTU character. He's just kind of fun to use in my little skits, which, stay tuned at the end of this video, you're gonna get another one of those. And then there's Wave 1. So, yeah, this wave is probably up there with Wave 4, being one of the better waves of the MOTU Origins line. I think the next wave is a little better, because we get technically 3 new characters, and we get the mini-comic style Beastman, which I think looks a little bit better than the first release. So, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this overview. You know, it's an overview. If you missed out on the reviews or don't have time to watch them, you can do that whenever. But, as always, don't forget to like this video, hit that subscribe button, and the notification bell so you know whenever I upload more content to the channel. I'm going to be going back to reviews tomorrow. I got a couple of things that will get us through the weekend. I don't know about next week. I might need to pull out some old stock to take a look at next week. And then, we'll go from there, I guess. I'm not sure what next week's Throwback Thursday will be. Probably Redeemer. But, you know, as always, we gotta show that algorithm who's boss, right? And don't forget to hit me up on Instagram at Overlord Productions. And leave a comment in the comment section below. Let me know what you think of this wave, whether you want it, love it, or hate it. What your favorite figure is, who you're getting, who you're passing on, so on and so forth. But as always, keep the comments civil, because the world sucks enough as it is. And until next time, I'll catch you guys later. Surrender, Skeletor. We have you surrounded.
Not so fast, He-Man.
Who was that?
It was me, the Mer-Man.
Oh, Mer-Man, thank goodness you're here. Please save us. Oh no, it's Mer-Man, the most powerful of all the evil warriors.
I'll take care of this flounder. Pow! Right in the...
Let me give you a hand, Fisto. Or in this case, take one.
Oh no, he killed Fisto.
You're next, Orko.
No, please, I beg.
Jeez, man, this is a kid's show. Mer-Man, stop this madness at once. I couldn't agree with you more, He-Man. Let's get him, Teela.
Man-at-arms, eh? I've got a better idea. How about man with no arms?
Daddy, no!
Just wait until you see what I have in store for you, Teela. Like father, like daughter.
Duncan, Teela, no! I won't let you get away with...
I already have, He-Man.
Mer-Man, you saved us.
Yes, I know. But now that He-Man is out of the way, the citizens of Eternia shall kneel before me, lest they drown in a sea of their own blood.
3 cheers for Mer-Man, the coolest guy I know. Mer-Man, 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 buddy, wake up. Mer-Man.
Oh my head. What happened?
You slipped in one of your own puddles and knocked yourself out again, you boob.
Oh man, so I'm not cool?
Sure, why not?
Seriously, who was that guy? Beats me. Okay, would somebody please call out the Ghostbusters? That guy has given me the creeps.